Hey everybody, how's it going? Max with BuzzTox here, and I'm here with Trevor once again. You haven't been on this channel for a while. What's going on, buddy?
Good to be back, man.
Oh, so we literally just finished watching Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 1 just now, about 5 to 10 minutes ago. Tell me your initial thoughts. What'd you think about it?
It was a new starter episode. New season. I was thinking when we came over here, I was thinking that it's like chess. I think of every season like a new chess game, and this is just opening moves, showing where everyone is on the board, catching up with old friends, and seeing where they are in the world. It's pretty much sums up the whole episode.
But what blew my mind about this episode is that it was very secondary character centered. You know what I mean? We got a lot more Sam than I thought. We got a lot of character development with the Hound, which I really liked. We've seen a lot of Arya, and like Arya, to me, she was a primary character, but to me, she's kind of like a secondary character now, you know? Like the heavy hitters are Tyrion, Daenerys, Jon, Cersei. You know what I mean?
For the overarching story as it is now, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
We had that scene with Walder.
Yeah, okay, I have a thing, you have the same complaint as the voice.
The tiniest gripe.
It's a little gripe, because they never established that.
Yeah. I know Jaken could change it, right? But they've never set up Arya to be... Like, it was almost like she finished her training early, so we didn't get to see her full potential. So if that is an ability that they're supposed to have, is to be able to parrot people's voices, they should have maybe showed it a little bit, somewhere.
Yeah, see, it kind of took me out a bit when, like, literally Lord Wolder's there, you hear his voice and everything like that. And then they all died, which I thought was awesome. Yeah, but I did see it coming, so it did kind of eliminate the shock value for me. But it was still pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I was just like... If that's Arya, that's kind of crazy that they're doing the voice thing like this. But I was like, okay, obviously it is Arya when she's looking at the wine and, like, you know what I mean? There's so much emphasis on it.
Yeah, true. And then there's the next scene with Arya we get. She comes across a bunch of Lannister soldiers. How did you feel about that scene?
Because Ed Sheeran's in it?
Yeah.
I didn't care. He didn't say anything.
Like, it was strange. Like, it was a good scene in the sense I liked it because we got to see that, like, there's good people on both sides. Cersei's obviously a mad queen in a way, and they work for her, but, you know, one guy's waiting for a baby.
Yeah.
The other guy wants to go with, like, sailing with his dad.
Well, it's just adding humanity to, like, what we think is evil, right? They're just faceless soldiers, but really, they all have their own story. But, like, Ed Sheeran being in it didn't bug me at all. If he was the one saying the story, it would have been a little bit cheese. But the fact that he was just kind of in the background was...
In the background to sing.
They did it well, though.
But then the biggest nugget is that she's not even going to Winterfell right now. She's planning on going to King's Landing. So what do you think is, like, what's going to happen with Arya since she's planning on killing Cersei?
Well, see, you're at an advantage here, so you know more than I do. But as, like, a unknowing fan of the show, my first instinct was maybe she doesn't know about Jon and Sansa, so her intentions aren't there yet. So she might run into someone that's going to tell her that, yo, your like brother and sister are alive up in the north before, and then she'll have a sort of a decision to make, either go south, continue going south, or go north, because obviously I don't think she's going to kill the queen in these first episodes.
Yeah.
If it's even her that does it. So, like, I don't know. I just don't know if she knows that Sansa is in the north and Jon is king of the north yet.
Yeah, and speaking of them, I actually, like, one of my favorite parts of the episode was being with Jon and Sansa. because they actually combated, like, they were very combative in, like, a really good way. Like, their motives made sense, you know what I mean?
No, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, and I liked how Jon, like, dismissed her and, like, gave them, you know, Carhold and gave them their proper lands back.
Yeah.
But then he, like, goes to Sansa and is like, hey, like, don't question me. And there was, like, a good thing when Sansa brought up, like, oh, are you, like, Joffrey now? Like, whatever. So I just thought it was an interesting interaction between those characters.
No, I think it's really awesome because Sansa's kind of challenging the traditional idea of, like, men's word is word, but at the same time, the times that they're in are totally different. And she knows from the slimy side how things really work. Right?
Yeah.
She's been dealing with Littlefinger and Cersei for the last however many years, right? So she knows a thing or two about the seedy underbelly of war, if it were.
Yeah, and I liked, like, Sansa really seems like she's on top, which I liked. I liked how she wasn't, like, she's really in control of herself this season. She pretty much told Jon not to be like Robb or their father, because she admitted that they were stupid. They made stupid mistakes, and she doesn't want Jon to be like that. And then she talks to Littlefinger, and she kind of blows him off too.
Big time blow off.
So she's doing really well.
Big tidbit with the Night's King. That was pretty,
Yeah.
that was my favorite scene, I would say.
Yeah, so we get fucking giants, and just like a giant army. Do we see more than 4 White Walkers?
Yeah, it looked like, I was kind of counting, but it looked like could have been 6, could have been even 7 that we saw on horses. Yeah. But then I got distracted by the giants, man.
So the most interesting part of that is that Bran was watching, and then he got kind of let in the wall by Dolorous Ed. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes next. And obviously he's probably going south to Winterfell. The Hound kind of stole the show for me.
Yeah, he was awesome.
I got nervous at the start because I didn't want him to be like it was very humorous, and I got nervous about the humor. I wanted him to kind of tone it back a bit. But I actually thought it was like really, really good. And I like the development with this character.
He's just so awesome.
Yeah, and you don't think that they would pay off a story with the 2 people that he left for dead.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. He's so good. Like, his character was written so well. I don't know, I haven't read the book so far into this, like even past the 3rd one where he's at. But his character in this is just so awesome. Like, he's such a fucking dick, but he's so human. He's like, I don't know, he's so good. That character's so good.
And we see him, he like sees the fire and then he ends up digging graves. It's like Grave Digger. It's like hint at like him in the books. And I really like that. Sam, most important thing about Sam is he's cleaning shit.
Yeah.
So, you know,
that montage was crazy.
The humor was good there. But then Jorah's actually there.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing about the show is that I thought Jorah would arrive later, but everyone's kind of already in place. You know what I mean? It's like you said, laying down the chess pieces.
Yeah, it's good to see, like, they don't think that he has a hope, though, so they just put him in, like, almost like there's this thing called leprosy, right? It's almost like exactly like that, but in this world, so they just keep them somewhere away from everybody else. So it's interesting that he's in that cell, so obviously he's the only one he's going to make a relationship with, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to build a relationship there. And we also got Queen Cersei.
Yeah.
And she's like, the relationship between them is bitter.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see where that goes.
Well, she's all chips in, man.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She's like, oh, we'll just keep fighting. She already got the alliance with Euron going, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, okay, so then we see Daenerys, and she finally arrives in Dragonstone. Pretty much what we expected. She goes in, tears down the banner, checks it out, and then it's shall we begin.
Yeah,
so
literally no words said by Tyrion. No words said by anyone until she said that, really.
I know. So I think overall we feel like it was a setter up episode.
Yeah, it was like an extended trailer.
You know what I mean? Like we want to be excited, but it's like, you know, it was a setup.
It was good.
Episode. It was good.
We got the Whites. I think that was really cool, man.
The Whites were really cool, man. Yeah.
And like back to the Hound was him talking about them moving, which was really cool. So he's able to see into this fire now.
Yep. And he saw Eastwatch by the sea. He saw the sea and the wall, and Jon is sending Tormund there, which shocked me. To man the wall, so that's another like shocking like revelation. Well,
I don't know if you caught this. So he's saying we think he's coming through the wall, right? But the thing that Clegane said was that where the wall meets the sea. So that's right at the edge because the wall doesn't go into the sea. So they might try and pass that way as a strategic move because they think that's the weakest point.
Yeah.
So are they going to face resistance? Or are they going to double back to Castle Black?
Yeah, so it's obviously a point of significance to get to Eastwatch by the Sea. But yeah, with this episode, I really think like it focused a lot on secondary characters, which I did like. I like the character development. I thought it was overall a good episode, but I think the second episode would make it better.
Oh, yeah. Do you think because it's going to kick into 5th gear or 6th gear or whatever you want to call it on the next ones that they're not going to have time for these secondary characters?
I don't know how, like
because
maybe everyone might end up together, so there's character development to go all around, you know?
It's leaving me biting my nails. I don't want to say it was a wasted episode, but it's like
I agree.
There's only 7 episodes this season.
I think that was my biggest thing walking away from this episode is I was like, holy shit, we have 6 more episodes left, and I feel like somehow we haven't moved the story enough. Like we watched 2 minutes of Sam cleaning up shit. We watched a 2-minute thing of Arya talking to Lannister soldiers. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool character development, but it's like, I don't know. I just feel like we should be focusing in other places.
I know, it's kind of nitpicky. I'd like to hear what people think in the comments. Like, we obviously live Game of Thrones. as do the fans, but like we're looking at it twice over, 3 times over. So for us, like the real estate of that episode is really crucial.
It's precious, yeah.
Right? So we don't know. We have to give them a chance to see what happens
so
in this episode.
I do like the character development, but like it's hard not to be kind of concerned when we have 6 more episodes left.
Exactly.
And
it'll be interesting to see what the pacing is on the next one.
Yeah, and like I just expected it to be dark. Like I did enjoy the scene with Sam, but it's like, why do I have to watch him clean up shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I don't know. But like overall, I like this one more than the season 5 premiere. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on this one. I liked it. I loved it actually, but I wouldn't put it in front of any other one.
Okay, so you're like, yeah, okay, I get it. But do you have anything else to say?
No, I'm good. I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. It'll be good. So, we'll probably have more to say for the next episode because hopefully more happens. But this one was more of like no shit. Like, everything's kind of unfolding.
I might even go back on this one to watch it again just to see it. But like, see if there's like little things in the background maybe.
Yeah, but pretty much the main shockers, like Arya's going to kill Cersei, which is cool. So we'll see what happens. But that's all we have to say about Game of Thrones episode 1. Please leave a like down below and tell us what your opinion was of this episode. But until next time, we'll see you guys later.